On September 8, 2025, Washington was rocked by the release of a 238-page birthday scrapbook from Jeffrey Epstein's estate, a document that would soon send shockwaves through the highest levels of government and society. The book, long rumored to exist but never before seen by the public, was suddenly thrust into the national spotlight, igniting a media firestorm and reigniting old controversies that many hoped had faded into history. The explosive scrapbook was unveiled by the House Oversight Committee in a highly anticipated press conference, with cameras flashing and reporters scrambling for details. Compiled by Ghislaine Maxwell for Epstein's 50th birthday in 2003, the book is a time capsule of handwritten notes, candid photographs, and inside jokes from celebrities, politicians, and business titans. Each page offers a glimpse into the private world of the elite, revealing connections and relationships that had, until now, remained hidden from public view. Its release has reignited scrutiny of Epstein's powerful network, forcing a public reckoning for those whose names appear within its pages. The headlines are relentless, and the public's appetite for answers only grows as more details emerge. With the country deep in a presidential term, the committee's move is seen as both a call for transparency and a political maneuver. The timing, just months before a crucial election cycle, has only fueled speculation about the motives behind the release. Democrats argue it's about public interest. They insist the American people deserve to know the truth about who was in Epstein's orbit and what those relationships might have meant for national policy and security. Republicans call it a calculated attack, accusing their rivals of weaponizing the past to score political points and distract from more pressing issues facing the nation. What was once a private memento is now a political weapon, dragging the ghosts of Epstein's world back into the spotlight. The book's pages, once filled with laughter and celebration, now serve as evidence in a battle for truth and accountability. Each note and signature is now under harsh scrutiny, raising uncomfortable questions for many. Former friends and associates are forced to explain their connections, while investigators dig deeper into the tangled web of influence and secrecy. The book's unearthing ensures Epstein's shadow will haunt the corridors of power for years to come, a stark reminder that the past is never truly buried and that the search for answers is far from over. Amid the scrapbook's pages, one entry has seized the nation's attention, igniting a storm of speculation and outrage across the country. What was once a private memento, tucked away and forgotten, has now become the centerpiece of a national scandal. The entry in question is a note allegedly from Donald Trump, who at the time was a flamboyant real estate mogul and a fixture in New York's elite social circles. The note's authenticity is hotly debated, but its contents are impossible to ignore. Far from a simple birthday wish or friendly greeting, the note features a crude drawing of a nude woman. Scrawled beneath the image is the message, "Happy birthday, and may every day be another wonderful secret." The combination of the drawing and the cryptic phrase has left many unsettled, fueling endless theories about its true meaning. The phrase "wonderful secret" has become a lightning rod for controversy, repeated endlessly on cable news and dissected in op-eds. Critics argue it's chillingly inappropriate, especially in light of Jeffrey Epstein's later crimes and the culture of silence that protected him for years. Trump's signature, Donald, is scrawled in bold cursive directly over the drawing's pubic area, a detail that has transformed the note from merely odd to, for many, outright obscene. The placement of the signature has become a focal point for both outrage and disbelief. The note's release triggered a political firestorm, providing a tangible, visual link between Trump and Epstein that goes beyond rumors or photographs. Newsrooms scrambled to verify the document, while pundits debated its implications late into the night. While their social connection was already public knowledge, this personal, crude note felt different, and now it was public. The revelation sent shockwaves through Washington and beyond, as people questioned what else might be hidden in the shadows of the powerful. For critics, it's a smoking gun, proof of a deeper, more troubling relationship. For Trump's supporters, it's a malicious fabrication, a desperate attempt to smear a political figure they admire. The country is split, with each side digging in, convinced of their own version of the truth. The White House and Trump's allies quickly launched an aggressive campaign to discredit the note, insisting it's a fake, a forgery designed to damage the former president's reputation. Official statements were issued, and legal threats followed. The debate has become a symbol of the toxic culture and secrecy that surrounded Epstein's circle, a world where the powerful protected each other and the truth was often buried behind closed doors. The controversy is now a central flashpoint in the national conversation, raising urgent questions about accountability, privilege, and the lengths to which some will go to keep their secrets safe. Trump's allies responded instantly, declaring the note a forgery. Within minutes of the news breaking, prominent supporters and conservative figures took to the airwaves and social media, insisting the document was nothing but a fabrication designed to damage Trump's reputation. They denounced it as a political smear, accusing opponents of orchestrating a coordinated attack. Conservative commentators and politicians lined up to dismiss the allegations, calling them desperate attempts to revive old controversies. Trump himself posted repeatedly, "Fake." He doubled down, using his own social media platform to blast the story as a hoax, and urged his followers not to believe what he called mainstream media lies. This became the rallying cry across conservative media. Pundits and anchors echoed Trump's words, amplifying the message to millions of viewers and listeners. The White House argued the signature didn't match Trump's modern autograph, pointing to supposed inconsistencies in handwriting and style. Legal experts were brought in to analyze every detail, fueling further speculation. Officials vowed legal action against those publishing the forgery, threatening lawsuits and warning media outlets to retract their stories or face consequences. MAGA influencers amplified the message, dismissing the note as a left-wing plot. Their videos and posts went viral, reaching millions and shaping the online conversation. They demanded lawsuits against media outlets, calling for accountability, and urging followers to boycott networks that reported on the note. The debate quickly shifted from the note's content to its authenticity, with newsrooms and experts arguing over forensic details rather than the implications of the message itself. Supporters refused to engage with the evidence, dismissing any analysis that contradicted their beliefs and accusing critics of bias. Vice President J.D. Vance accused Democrats of concocting another fake scandal, comparing it to Russiagate, and warning of a pattern of political witch hunts. The unified denial galvanized Trump's base, energizing supporters who saw the controversy as proof of ongoing persecution. What could have been a damaging scandal was transformed into another front in the culture war, with both sides digging in and refusing to budge. The focus was no longer on Epstein or the note's meaning, but on the battle over truth itself and who gets to define it in the public square. Reporters who covered the story faced intense backlash, with some being harassed online and others called out by name on conservative platforms. The strategy was clear: deny, attack, and rally the faithful, turning controversy into fuel for the movement and ensuring the story became about loyalty, not facts. While Trump's camp insisted the note was fake, media outlets and handwriting experts uncovered a more complex reality. Investigations revealed Trump's signature has changed over time. In the late 1990s and early 2000s, he often used a softer, cursive Donald for personal notes. Examples from letters to Rudy Giuliani and Larry King, and even a 1997 book inscription to Epstein, matched the style in the birthday book. Experts concluded the signature was consistent with Trump's handwriting from that era. Trump's claim that he never drew a picture in his life was also debunked by evidence of signed sketches for charity in 2004. The findings directly contradicted the White House's narrative, eroding its credibility. The debate became a clash between political denial and historical evidence. The question of authenticity was no longer so clear-cut. The controversy didn't start with the House release. It began in July 2025, when the Wall Street Journal broke the story. Trump responded by filing a massive defamation lawsuit against the journal, seeking up to $20 billion in damages. The lawsuit was both a legal and PR move, designed to intimidate the media and rally his base. For supporters, the lawsuit was proof of Trump's innocence and a fight against fake news. But defamation cases are hard to win, and the legal process could force Trump to provide handwriting samples under oath. As expert analysis supported the note's authenticity, the lawsuit became increasingly risky. What began as a show of strength threatened to backfire, exposing Trump to further scrutiny. The legal battle became as much a spectacle as the scandal itself. Just months before the note's release, Trump's base was furious, not at Democrats, but at his own administration. The DOJ, led by Trump appointee Pam Bondi, reaffirmed Epstein's death as a suicide and denied the existence of a secret client list, enraging conspiracy-minded supporters. Many saw this as a deep state cover-up, demanding Bondi's firing and feeling betrayed by Trump's government. But when the Journal published the Trump note story, the anger shifted overnight. The enemy became the fake news media, and the movement rallied behind Trump. The scandal was reframed from an internal betrayal to an external attack. The release of the documents in September solidified this new unity. The Epstein scandal, once a source of division, now united the movement behind its leader. The Epstein documents release exposed deep partisan divides in Congress. Democrats called it a necessary act of transparency. Republicans decried it as a political witch hunt. The debate quickly devolved into accusations about motives and integrity, with little common ground. Democrats argued the public deserved to know the truth about powerful figures' connections to Epstein. Republicans accused Democrats of cherry-picking documents for political gain. The result: two separate conversations, each side entrenched in its own narrative. The scandal became another front in America's endless partisan war. Trump's note may dominate headlines, but Epstein's birthday book is filled with messages from the global elite. Among them, a note from Bill Clinton referencing Epstein's childlike curiosity, and a message from UK Labour's Peter Mandelson calling Epstein "my best pal." Prince Andrew's brief mention foreshadows his own royal scandal. The book's reach across politics and continents shows Epstein's influence was vast and bipartisan. Its contents complicate any attempt to frame the scandal as purely partisan. The book is a testament to a broader cultural problem among the powerful. Its public release casts a shadow on everyone whose name appears within. The Trump note controversy is a perfect snapshot of America in 2025, where evidence is interpreted through the lens of political loyalty. For some, the note is proof of disturbing connections. For others, it's a forgery and a political hit job. There's no shared set of facts, only tribal narratives. The scandal's power lies in its ability to tap into anxieties about corruption, secrecy, and elite impunity. The birthday book gives these fears a face, fueling both legitimate investigation and wild conspiracy theories. Congressional probes become partisan weapons. Media reports are dismissed as fake news. The real question: can the country still process facts and hold the powerful accountable in a way that feels legitimate? The answer, as this episode shows, remains deeply uncertain. The shadow of Epstein and the divisions he exposes aren't going away anytime soon.